let's talk about the rise of independent artists.
Do you guys
More artists are opting for independent rather than traditional labels, rather than traditional record labels rather. Do you think it's a sustainable model for artists, or do you think it comes with like trade-offs that they might not anticipate? Like maybe people are like, well, I'm not even minded. Obviously, they have their reasons. But do you think they're really thinking about what they're leaving behind? And do you think that there are any changes in the industry that we need to make to support independent artists better?
Do you want political answer? Or you want...
I want answer.
All right. I've been accused of being a conspiracy theorist. However, I think I think it's a lie, a bogus lie that has been sold to us. We're too poor for that agenda.
Yeah.
We're too poor for that agenda. Yeah. You can't. It's like you're in Lagos. You say you want to move to Lekki 1, and you have what? You're looking at houses. Like you want to move to Lekki 1, you have like 1 million in your account. Well, you live in West. Right. You live in West. If they're lucky, But then your daddy is poor, your mother is poor, but you want to do 3 years. You want someone to spend on making sure your voice is right, you look good and everything. In an average on a budget to develop an artist takes 3 years, and we are looking at an average budget of 100 million. Your daddy did send you to Babcock, you went to Unilag, you managed to finish school, then you just expect that somebody should give you 100 million and you want to own your masters. What is my stipulation? Like, let's be real. Thames owns a masters. Look at the background. So this is what I say to young people. It's fine. Have the agenda. Look at where the agenda is coming from. The people that are preaching, the people that came with that agenda to us that say independence is this, check them. They are not independent. Their company is not independent. They are owned by the big three. So, because we're not really thinking people. So, I give you a contract and you are immediately seeing me as the devil.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, we're in a poor country. We're in a poor country. We're in a country where in the last 3 years, we no longer have middle income. We're now all poor. Is that you're rich, or you are politician wealthy, or you are poor? We're all trying to pay NEPA bill. Now, let me give you my 50 million to, make sure you are right enough to record a song. And you feel like the only thing that is collateral for me, which is to own the masters, you are making me feel like I'm the devil. Please go ahead and do your independent deal. Because the guys that have told you the agenda, they just take their 20%. In fact, you pay them to upload the music. Go. Then you're not screaming. So me, generally, I think we're too poor for that agenda.
Yeah.
Until local patrons, which we've already started disrespecting. People that have that 100 million, 200 million, you're now making them lose the money. They are now looking like, okay, I'm just going to go and buy a property and he's going to turn the profits in 3 years, right? They're all leaving. Maven cannot sign all of you. Chalk City will not sign all of you. Empire is not going to sign you, right? They do then. What they do?
Well, but that's the thing that I wanted to say is that you also have to be very careful where this agenda is coming from. Like, when you think about some of the biggest platforms that always sell this idea of like, independent artists don't go to this, check the contracts, yeah? Right? Like, yeah, and you look independent, but you're really not, right? Because they're going to tell you it's really long.
Distributes in perpetuity.
Do you understand? Or like, before you say that you are getting your masters back, they might as well own the master.
I had a bit of a solution to that, just in case anybody to listen. Of course, I cannot mention why, but there is a platform that allows independent artists, if you are making a bill you have, you can sell it to your audience directly and make your money directly to your hand.
Can I say which I do agree with you, but there's a laziness to it. You want
to be an independent speech very exciting. You are willing to do the work.
I think there is so much I heard people stand,
I really want to say that it's highly misplaced. A lot of artists don't understand what it takes to build a career. Absolutely. That is where all of this is big. I can upload music today. Me, I can sing it, I upload it if I else. That is, maybe I'm uploading for myself or my neighbor and somebody else to, maybe want to make a couple change. And then own your masters in that case. When the pie is bigger, you get more. If you want to stay by yourself, the pie remains like this. And I know that you have to do the work. You might get a viral song on TikTok. That can happen today. You're not going to get a career without a team, without the right resources. If you stay independent and do your mom and pop situation.
Having a viral song does not necessarily straight.
Say, or selling tickets.
Keep Pasta is popular on TikTok. Like you say, the independent artists should sign to labels. Like, are these labels actually people reach out to labels if you guys give messages and email every day, but are they signing these people? Are they? But what should they do? They have to be independent.
Because if you didn't attend the artists,
clients. And that's what we were talking about earlier. I'm sorry, but I feel like a lot of independent artists, there's this sense of entitlement.
Yeah.
As
There's no results like my music is good, so why
Everybody thinks.
and sometimes not even that good. The music you're hustling me to listen to, I've now listened. Many posts I've posted on Instagram, on TikTok, I would check.
Can I say that? I think that is what is generally the issue with this generation. I'm sorry to sound old, but I've been here for a minute. But listen, they see the cup and the glass, and then they just think that, once they just hear that's mine. Because I don't know the label. People are always telling me, listen to my cousin, listen to my nephew. And I always tell them, if you come into this industry saying, help me, you're already a failure as far as I'm concerned. I say that because I got signed at 19. I remember entering buses and dropping my single to every radio station. And I will listen to radio, so I know who is on drive time in the afternoon. And I will address each CD. I printed them myself in Computer Village. 100 of them, entered buses. I started dropping them at radio stations. So I'll drop one for their library, drop one for midday show, drop one for evening. And then we waited for 2 years to hear me on J Master J at 7. They signed me while I was performing. I was an independent artist to begin with. So my point is that when you say, I want to be an independent, you cannot do it. Look, build a shape, people will come. So there are independent artists out there that don't have 50,000 followers. They have their 2,000 and they sell their music to those 2,000 and they pay what you want and they're doing okay. But there's a sense of entitlement in Nigeria generally. And even people that have been signed, they think that once they sign you, about right, good. Like my legal works hard as it work, and I'll share that right. But I've been signed for it. Even my legal list triggered by this thing. A lot of people would say oh, they're favoring you because they are female, and I said that's not what they're doing. They're matching me. Do you know how many videos I did 50-50 for because I said I want to shoot this video and nobody's going to like this song? Okay, if I find the money and bring it, will you match me? Yeah. Nobody sees all those conversations. These are things that I had to do. I go for performances. I will use all my money just because I love the way, I love to perform. Yeah. I'll spend all my money paying dancer, paying band, paying. I won't go home with anything but just for people to say, your performance was mad. And people that are earning more than me again, because the female artist doesn't earn as much as the male artist. They're earning times 5. Their dancers are complaining that they're not being paid well.
Bling, they're just
see, they're a business. Labels are a business. Yes. They have people they've hired. They need to pay salaries. They need to keep the lights on. There are no sentiments there. Let's not all fool ourselves, right? If you're an artist, good work, hard work does not hide. Actually, you have the talent, you're working hard at it, you're putting yourself out there, somebody will see you, and you have the right attitude. Yes. Yeah. If you're a hard, difficult person to work with, talent, no talent, people are people in the end, you're just going to stay where you are.
My own new theory, when I have clients that want to sign artists, I ask the artist, have you convinced your father and mother to drop 1 million into your career? Because if you've not convinced people that are sleeping and waking up with you, what should I don't know. Because my own theory also is that I never trust the humility of a poor man.
Yes,
that
is true.
You will
be humble.
Mama, baba. You will, at the end of the day, when you see 50K, waka.
So writing epistle, I was taking advantage of.
I need to know. Exactly. I need to know from the onset that, we're also a very cultural people. In America, they will lock you up. You are not going to pay. It's the truth. Here in Nigeria,
that's the end.
Here in Africa, we send you home. So I need to know who at home I can go hold. So you not convince your father or your mother or your brother or your sister you want to do me. Why should I sign
You
you?
want to be entitled to somebody else's money. In summary, guys, don't be anywhere I told and hustle.